Hello everyone! Welcome to 30 Days Piano with Viky for Beginners. Today we're going to learn the theme from the Night of the Museum, and this is day 12. Before we start learning the piece together, I'll play it for you. Did you know? Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson were only on set together for one day. In fact, Stiller talked to a toothpick for his scenes with Owen Wilson, and Owen Wilson filmed all of his parts 3 months later. In our previous lessons, we were warming up together and looking at a few challenges. But since the pieces are a little longer, from this lesson onwards, we will just learn them together, musical phrase by musical phrase. So it should be a little more straightforward. The first thing that we notice when we see the beginning of the piece is the time signature, which is how many counts we have in a bar, and the flats and sharps, or the key signature. In this case, we have 2 flats. Now, how do we distinguish between minor and major scales to find out in which key we're playing? What we do usually, and which is the easiest way to find out if it's major or minor scale with 2 flats, look at the end and at the last note of the left hand. That's a G in this case. So, meaning that we are in G minor. If we were having a B flat there in the left hand, we'll probably be in a B flat major. So, G minor scale, you can try that on your own. I'll just show you very quickly. G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. Great. So we can notice that the beginning of the piece is going to be an octave higher than written in here. So instead of starting from that D, we're going to start from the higher D. And it's only right hand. So let's try this together. D, G, B flat. Very straightforward. Basically, we're playing what the left hand will play later in chords. So we're playing a G minor broken chord, and we're playing a C major broken chord. Let's try the second time, since it repeats one more time after that. And that's done. You can add a little pedal to that introduction and make it a bit more mysterious by playing very quietly. Did you know trainers spend many weeks training Crystal the monkey to slap and bite Ben Stiller in the film?
Nice and easy, Dex. That's it. Ooh! Oh!
When you look at the third musical phrase, the left hand, as I mentioned before, is playing the G minor chord and then the C major chord. that will repeat for a few more times later. So just remember your left hand chords. Now the right hand is pretty straightforward. We have the melody, which is G, A, B flat, C, C, G, G, A, B flat, C, C. Now let's try to put everything together. Left hand, and then again. So nothing really tricky here. Let's move on to the next musical phrase, which is B flat minor. How cool is that? B flat minor and then E flat major in the left hand. So get used to these chords. Play them a couple of times on its own. Let's try the right hand. Right hand has a weird position here. So you have to put your thumb on the B flat and move the whole hand inside the keys. That way you can reach the black keys, right? So let's try the right hand for a second. B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, E flat, and then B flat. Lots of flats. So try that one more time. And hands together. Pretty much the same thing after that. And back to the previous position. So left hand on the G minor, right hand starting on the B flat. Then we have a little hold there. Why we have a hold? Because the following part actually will be a little faster, and I like to think of it as the part where the museum awakens in the night, right? So all the magic happens. That's why it changes so much as well. So it's in a 3/4 time signature and a little faster. So right hand and left hand same positions, but the rhythm will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what we could do is try from the earlier musical phrase, just so we connect the time signatures better. Did you know the real American Museum of Natural History in New York had 20% more visitors during the holiday season following this movie's opening? So let's try from the previous musical phrase. Now hold and think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you repeat. With a little change in between. The end is just the repeating of these last two musical phrases, so nothing new. What you could do is vary a bit with dynamics, right? So maybe in this last part you can try a little bit quieter. So maybe from, let's try from the change of time signature. So loud, and then quiet. And now a little getting louder. Great. And if you want to start learning the dynamics in Italian, which is very popular, as I mentioned before, in musical language, we have piano for the quiet part, we have forte for the loud part, we have piano for the quieter part, and then crescendo getting louder, and then forte at the end. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you want to see more videos like that, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!